We are live, everybody. Welcome in. TB Sports 27, and we're jumping in for a little bit of a rare Monday stream. We don't often stream on Monday, but we're here streaming with you guys here today on this Monday, and we got another big RXFL game as we are getting ready for the near conclusion. We have at least 2 games remaining here in the RXFL regular season, possibly up to 5 more, depending on how this game finishes up. So coming up right now, and you guys know, if you've been following along, we can do a quick recap, but we already know that the National Conference is down to 1 team, and the American down to 1 team. With the Dallas Desperados victory, they have clinched a spot. The Golden Eagles, the St. Louis Rhinos, and the Chicago Wolverines are going to go to committee's choice to decide who wins the National North. The Lumberjacks have won the West. The Desperados have won the East. And 2 of the teams from the North are your wild card spot. So there's 2 spots remaining, and that is either going to be the Tampa Bay Mutiny or the Atlanta Dirty Birds. The Aviators cannot make it because they would have to be a wild card team. There's no wild card spots. So it's either Tampa or Atlanta. Now, if we're looking at Madden's rules we don't know what Madden's rules are for the playoffs. If Atlanta wins this game, they would tie with Tampa Bay. They have split the series, but if you look at things here, and what the heck did I just click on? I just went up. Boy, oh boy, you see 4 losses in a row for Tampa, 3 wins in a row for Atlanta. The divisional record, which I don't know if it'll show it here. Yeah, divisional record would be in favor of the Dirty Birds at 5-1, which I think is the second tiebreaker. I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to say it's committee's choice. So we don't know for sure if an Atlanta victory puts them in the postseason, but it should give them the nod. The Dirty Birds will have won 4 in a row, meaning that the Dirty Birds at one point, so with this victory, that would mean the Dirty Birds will have gone from 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. They were 5-7 to finish 9-7, while the Mutiny would lose 4 in a row to finish 9-7. So it would be an epic collapse. And then on the other side, this is where things get interesting. All the teams decided. There you see Austin. There you see London. We don't know, I don't think yet, who the number 2 seed is going to be. I think that's going to be committee's choice between the Monarchs and the LA Kiss here. But we know the Lancers are in. We know the Huskies are in. But it's going to come down to this final game here. A victory for the Redwoods, who have lost 5 in a row. They get in the postseason. If the Redwoods lose and they fall to 8-8, we are going to stream computer versus computer. The Celtic Tigers, the Shamrocks, the Beats, and the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are playing the Celtic Tigers. And whoever wins out of those 3 games might have the possibility on committee's choice to get in, with the Redwoods being on a 6-game losing streak. So that's what we got coming up with you guys. We're going to play the Dirty Birds and the Elks game right now, and then we got North Florida and Sacramento coming up with a possibility of some more after that. So the Elks, you saw their record just briefly there, 3-12 on the year. Not good at all. And the Atlanta Dirty Birds, Tom Brady, your Dirty Birds quarterback, is going to see if he can't just, will these guys on into victory. So it's going to be interesting to see. And, of course, with the Dirty Birds, we always put them in the throwback helmets here. Now, of course, I'm getting glitchy stuff, which is annoying because why are you killing me, Madden? Come on. Give me the correct stuff. The right stuff. I don't want classic. I want the bigger logo. So we'll go. Have they ever done black on red before? I guess current day they've done black on red, but I'm talking about the throwback uniform, which would be the red jersey. Have they ever done that? Look, I'm not sure if they have. I don't think they have. So we're going to do it. And, of course, we got to put them in the classic. Ooh, that could be something different. an all red look. I'm kind of thinking about doing that now just because it's so out of the way for them. I think we might do that. Let's look at our other choices. I think, no, we did do that last time. Didn't we do the black helmet and the red with the white pants last time, I think? Let's look at what else we got. Could get with the... So there's the silver. I'm leaning towards the all red just to do something a little different here. Just to do a different look. We're going to do it. We're going to do the all red. Now, should we just go crazy and do the red helmet? Or is that too much? We can do all red like this. I think we stick with the black helmet in this one. And then, of course, let's shuffle it up and see what options we got here for the Elks. We haven't seen much Elks action on TB Sports 27. They're going to do all blue. So there you go. We haven't seen too much of the Elks on TB Sports because they just haven't been doing too good. We saw them early on, and then we saw their Thanksgiving Day stream where they pulled off at the time, was the big upset over Sacramento, who was number 2. But, yeah, should be good stuff. So, Vic Fangio, look at that, coaching Salt Lake City. So thank you again. Thank you guys again for tuning in here. There you see Tom Brady and Roger Staubach about to go toe-to-toe. Of course, you know Brady's accolades in pro football. Staubach as well. Multiple Super Bowls to his name, and he helped take the San Antonio Dragons to 2 Revolution Bowls, number 1 and number 3, coming up just short. But either way, they have a chance to play spoiler. We saw them beat Sacramento. They could beat Atlanta. Atlanta looking to win 4 in a row, while Tampa Bay loses 4 in a row, which would be one of the biggest epic collapses in pro football history to lose a division title in such a way. So we are here, Salt Lake City. It's a little overcast. My goodness. So at least 2 more games to go in week number 17 here. Thank you guys for tuning in. We get our new computer tomorrow, so that should be exciting. So hopefully we can start streaming through OBS with getting a new computer. So we'll see. You're going to see some test streams and all that stuff. But with that, we can implement some of our new Patreon rules that we put in. Do check it out. Patreon.com/TBSports27. If you guys want to check out some of the new Patreon tiers, we're going to start uploading some of these streams early since we're so far ahead of the schedule. We're streaming this one in late July. It's going to be uploaded mid-September on YouTube. That's how far ahead of the schedule we are. So we're going to start uploading some of these streams on demand on our Patreon page. The laundry's done. So do check that out, the Patreon tier. You can sign up at the Super, Mega, or Ultra Fan tier to get some of those early releases. Signing up at the Historian level, that'll still get you all the bonus exclusive content as well as the bonus RXFL Sunday Night Football streams. This is a colorful matchup here. This is like Color Rush Day. So you'll get that action as well. Henderson on the return. If you sign up at the Mega Fan level, then you're going to get your name displayed. You'll get the shout-out, and we'll give those shout-outs to our Mega Fans right now. Justin Russell, Jonathan Harrigan, Mr. Maple, thank you guys so much for being long-time Mega Fans of TB Sports 27. We can't thank you guys enough. And you get access to the Discord server. You can go on Patreon, patreon.com/TVSports27 to see all the benefits. So we encourage you guys to check that out. And the Ultra Fan level, of course, lets you request a stream. Have a stream all to yourself. Get that naming all to yourself at that level. Keenan McCardell bringing in that reception. So check that out. And as well, subscribe, thumbs up on YouTube, and follow along on Twitch so you can be a part of the live streaming action. So Salt Lake City Elks, they're feeling a little bit of disappointment as well. We talked about on our previous stream about Joe Montana in the Revolution League and how Joe Montana had took the Salt Lake City Fury at the time to a league championship the first year, and then runners-up in year number 2. And then the next 3 years, they could not even get back to the postseason, and they looked like they were going to be the team that was going to be the class of the Revolution League, going to the first 2 championships, and then missing out on 3 consecutive postseasons, which it just seems crazy that such a thing would even take place, but it did. And then even in season 5, they traded away Reggie White to try to bolster their offense, and they brought in Marcus Allen to team up with Joe Montana. Didn't help. Still didn't make the postseason. I don't think they did. I'll have to check the archives, which you guys can do on YouTube as well. So coming into this new league, they rebranded. Of course, you know the split between St. Louis and Salt Lake City, where Salt Lake City got the old St. Louis Rhino colors, and the St. Louis Rhinos took the Salt Lake City Fury colors with them as the front office split happened, and they rebranded from the Fury to the Elks here to try to get more of that Salt Lake City feel, which after this bummer of a season, I might just change it back to the Fury. I'm thinking about bringing back some of those old names, even if the logos won't really match, and calling them different things. But either way, they're the Salt Lake City Elks for right now. And they brought in Roger Staubach, who went to 2 league championships of his own, much like Joe Montana. And I imagine they were hoping that they were going to have some of that success that Montana had, and it has not worked out for him so far. So it's going to be another season for another bummer season, 4 in a row for this Salt Lake City crew here. And they're trying to end on a high note here to play spoiler. Now, if Salt Lake City wins this game, is looking for Diggs in the corner, and they could not connect, and that has been the story of the Salt Lake City Elks all season long. Now, a victory here for the Elks would mean that Tampa Bay would clinch the National South. They would be in without a doubt. I believe they would get that 6th seed. And your field goal booted through by Pat Leahy. A legendary kicker there. It is good. So victory for the Elks, and that would do it. The comeback bid would fall short for the Atlanta Dirty Birds. A victory for the Atlanta Dirty Birds, and we all but assume that the Dirty Birds would get the committee's vote to move on into the postseason, which, like we said, would be quite the turnaround. It is Tom Brady, after all, so you can never doubt what the great Tom Brady could do. But this Dirty Birds team was a disappointment. You even look at the numbers, the yards are there, but the touchdown to interception for Tom Brady is very disappointing. And that's what a lot of people said kind of going into this season as things were playing out, which, boy, you look at the roster and you thought that between O.J. Simpson and Torrey Holt, and Simpson, by the way, is out with an injury, as you see Ickey Woods, who has come in, speaking of injured players, who he's had a career resurgence, but O.J. out, Curtis Martin is out, so you're dealing with a lot of injuries on that. Bill George on the other side. So Ickey Woods coming in for the Atlanta Dirty Birds in this must-win game, and there's the give to Woods. But Tom Brady, where it has been a struggle of a season, in the second half they have put it together, and they've got a unbeaten streak going right now. So this has been a season of streaks between the Atlanta Dirty Birds on a winning streak, the Mutiny on a losing streak. We've seen the Redwoods on a losing streak. We saw the Wolverines start 9-0 and then lose 5 in a row. It's been a interesting, weird season of just winning streaks and losing streaks, and it's all coming down to this one. So here we go, and you see the 4,000 yards again for Tom Brady, and you got to imagine with Ickey Woods, I mean, nothing against Ickey Woods, he had one of the great rookie seasons in pro football history, but with your starting quarterback out of action, and that one, boy, Brady, I mean, Wagner was right there, and I think Brady was thinking he was going to get over the head of Wagner, which is exactly what I was thinking. I thought that pass was going to go over Wagner's head. Did not happen, and that one looks like a dunce of an interception for the great Brady. Boy, if he had some arm under that one, that goes over Wagner's head to the tight end who's sitting back there, which is Cole Hikanui. But unfortunately, the pass falls short. So that was not the intended direction of that pass to go. But here we go. Comes down to it. There's the give to Jamal Lewis, who has not had the brightest of bright days so far for the Salt Lake City Elks. Be interesting as we go into a second season with the RXFL, whether we play one more season here on Madden 20 or my eventual hopes of upgrading to Madden 24, hoping that this quote-unquote make it or break it game. There's supposed to be a lot more relocation cities. Maybe we read them off for you guys here, and it might be an even more international league, and I don't know if you guys would like that or not. Let's look right now while we're here, while we're talking about Madden 24 relocation teams. And let's see. Oh, do they have the uniforms out, or? Okay, so here 13 new relocations. You could take a franchise and make it so that would allow us to get rid of like Tampa Bay Mutiny, Atlanta Dirty, those kind of teams that we couldn't get rid of. But I'll let you know if that's something we want to do here. Now, let's see, Staubach, that one is completed. Keenan McCardell rounds the corner, and the Elks take a 2-score lead. So I don't know if this is in addition to like Salt Lake City, San Antonio, all that. Many international locations. So here, all available cities to begin a new chapter along with listed below. Madden 24 relocation city has 13 new locations. So I don't know if that means they got rid of the old ones, which I hope they don't do. I hope it's in addition to, because that is obviously something that Madden has had a very bad habit about over the years, is adding new things and taking away old things. So it would be a big thumbs down in my mind, and would keep us playing Madden 20 if they added these 13 new cities and got rid of all the ones we have already. Like, that would be a huge bummer. So hopefully that is not the case, but I will read it. We have Anchorage, Alaska, Buenos Aires, Argentina, Canton, USA, which I would consider a Canton team. I think that would be kind of cool. I think they're going to try to do that in the USFL, add a Canton team. Honolulu, which would allow us to bring back one of our original SFL teams, which was the prequel to the RFL. So we had the SFL, the Revolution League, and now this Legends League. The Honolulu Thunder, which went to the first league championship, came short. They won the fourth league championship. Some of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. For longtime fans, you know what I'm talking about. Those championship games, the scores are up right now as a text document on our Patreon page at the historian level. So do check that out if you want to see the history of that. And then the Thunder would rebrand later on as the Honolulu, I think, Firebirds for a time, and then the Honolulu Hammerheads. And I think they would win back-to-back championships there. So they're a pretty successful team. But there's a chance for us to bring back the classic Honolulu Thunder, which they were elk colors. They were the blue and yellow of the Honolulu Thunder, because they were the, if you guys know from NFL 2K5, and that was a must-have first down for the Dirty Birds. If you guys know NFL 2K5, the create-a team uniform for the Thunder, that blue and yellow, and maybe you can Google it or check it out, but that was the Honolulu Thunder colors. And then when we brought everything over to, I forget what Madden I was playing, we brought it over to the college game, and then we brought it over to Madden, but that's when we changed it to kind of the white and red. But Honolulu could be a team. Louisville isn't interesting. I don't know how terribly international we would get. I do like having some of the international teams, but Brady looking for a hold, incomplete. So we have Honolulu, we have Louisville, Melbourne, Australia, or like I said, would you guys just completely want to see a international league? Montreal, Canada, I would be intrigued with adding another Canadian team. Omaha, we can bring back Omaha. We had of course, the Omaha Firebirds, and they left for Vegas, so we can bring Omaha back. So we have Paris, France, as well, Rio de Janeiro, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Tokyo, Japan, and Virginia Beach. So the ones that I would maybe be, but then we got to figure out who we would get rid of. So that would be the thing. We've kind of established, I would assume, you can only have 32 teams. So who would we get rid of in that regard? Or would we get rid of a team like the Memphis Egyptians? Would they be bye-bye? But the teams I'm possibly looking at, Anchorage could be an interesting team as well. So Anchorage, Canton, Honolulu, Montreal, Omaha, Paris, Tokyo would be the 7 I would maybe consider. But then again, like I said, we'd have to get rid of, some teams. So they listed the other Madden relocation cities down below as well. Oh, that was a broken play. Okay. So Portland, Orlando, Oklahoma City, Memphis, Mexico City, London, all the teams that we all know, love here. Huskies, Thunderbirds, Crusader, Aftershock, Red Dragons, Riverhog, Lumberjacks, Snowhawks. Could have been the Portland Snowhawks. Do you like that better, or do you like Lumberjacks better? Which is the better of those teams? Houston was the Gunners, the Voyagers, and the Oilers. But we already brought back the Oilers in Tennessee. Tennessee Oilers. Speaking of Oilers, did you see the big reveal happened today? Or I think it was yesterday, actually. We saw the Jets throwbacks, but the Houston Oiler throwbacks out and abound. So that's out there. Salt Lake City was the Elks, Pioneers, and Flyers. I think I like the Flyers colors, but I didn't really like the name because it was too hockey. Sacramento was the Miners, the Condors. I believe the Condors was purple and silver, which I really like that name, the Sacramento Condors, but we already had a purple and silver team in the Brooklyn Beats, so part of it, too, was just the coloration of these teams. So, purple and silver was already the Brooklyn Beats, and then Brooklyn's other teams were the Barons, the Bulls, which I think were blue and yellow, so we ran into that, so. Voyagers is a good name, though, for Houston. I like that. Although, the Elks kind of have the same colors as the Voyagers. So we could do Flyers, which would be black and blue, or we could do Pioneers, which would be orange and brown. So that's all something to look at, so. So we don't know much more information about that, but this guy that wrote this article, I'm looking at, look at this run by Jamal Lewis. Tom Brady is about to have to try to pull off what he did to Atlanta in the Super Bowl. He could be Atlanta's savior right now. My goodness. This guy wants to see red and yellow as the royal colors of Hawaii in this article here. Madden 24 franchise changes. Training camp, weekly practices, new uniform, venue city logo through franchise relocation. So that's where it could be interesting. But then, like I said, we'd have to decide what teams would we get rid of? Who would we kick to the curb to bring in these new teams? Looking at the bottom of your screen, maybe North Florida. I don't think we get rid of the Mutiny. I don't think we get rid of the Wolverines. Dirty Birds kind of established themselves here. St. Louis Rhinos, I mean, they've been a long-time team. The New England Nightmare, would we consider getting rid of them? Since their logo's not too different. Tennessee Oilers. Although I love that Oiler blue. You guys let me know in the comments. Would you want to see the new relocation cities? Staubach, touchdown. And the Elks looking to pull off the upset, folks. He pushed his way in, and it's about to be 17-0 Salt Lake City. Here's some more Madden 24 relocation news. 15 new cities, which players can relocate to immediately. Players aren't limited to just 3 team ideas per city. Now they can choose any pre-designed team and play in any city right away. What does that mean? Like uniform-wise? Ooh, Vancouver, Canada. I didn't see that listed on the... Here's some other ones that weren't listed on the other article. Albuquerque, New Mexico. See, we'd have to really pick and choose because there wouldn't be... You know, if we went completely relocation, we'd have to lose the Dirty Birds, the Wolverines, because 15... would definitely take away all of the team, assuming they don't get rid of anybody. So Albuquerque was not listed on the other one. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Vancouver, Canada also was not listed. So Vancouver being a team, if we want to go CFL style. Do they have a Vancouver CFL team? Additionally, over 90 of the uniforms have been refreshed with 9 uniform combinations per team. Where'd they get that information? Brady looking for Thielen, and it's incomplete. So 90 uniforms have been fresh with 9 uniform combinations per team. So is that what they mean? That players aren't limited to 3 ideas per city? I don't know. Hopefully more information comes out. And there we go. That was a first down for Atlanta. Here we go. Here we go. So that kind of information aside, it's... I have to, first of all, wait to see if Madden 24 is even going to be a great game or not. That's going to be question numero uno. And again, you guys have to let me know in the comments. Do we just make it, if assuming it's not just 15 new teams and they got rid of all the old ones, would you guys want to see all relocation cities? Or do we get rid of, you know, New England Nightmare or the Atlanta Dirty Birds or the Las Vegas Firebirds? The ones that have the NFL logos, the Tampa Bay Mutiny, the Tennessee Oilers, the Pittsburgh Sting. You know, would you want to see those go away? Leave your comments down below, and if you do, what teams would you want to see go away? Who would you want to see survive? What cities do you want to see? And what teams do you want to go away? The New York Shamrocks? You got to have a New York team, right? Every league's got a New York team. Let me know. LA Kiss, would the LA Kiss survive? Would they come back? Let me know in the comments, what teams would you get rid of? What teams would you save? And Brady. Oh my goodness, Thielen. He got eaten up right there. So what? Just let me know. What teams would you bring in? What teams would you keep? What teams would you get rid of? Let me know. Let me know. Hopefully Madden 24 be a good game. We're going to look at the reviews and see, and hopefully there'll be some relocation information. But I think the plan would be, because I do eventually want to get a PS5. I kind of talked about it. I mean, Thielen's right there. I don't know how he misses that one. I do want to get the new Madden, and I want to get a PS5. However, you're hearing all these rumors about the PS5 Pro that's coming out in October or November of 2024. So the question would be, do we go out and purchase Madden 24 on the PS4, because they're going to keep making PS4 games, and maybe it's a slightly lesser version. Or do we buy, I don't know, do we not buy Madden 24 and keep playing Madden 20 until the PS4 Pro comes out? Look at Staubach running around. Oh my goodness, we've just seen these corners making these QBs look silly, and Jalen Ramsey's going to help out the struggling Dirty Birds in a big way with that pick 6 right there. I don't know. You guys let me know. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. Do we go ahead and buy Madden 24 on the PS4? Because there's no point in waiting, or there's no point in getting a PS5 if the rumors are true. There's no point in getting a PS5 in the next year if they're coming out with this brand new PS5 Pro that's going to be better than what's out now. But that would mean that we would have to wait, meaning we would not buy Madden 24. We would buy Madden 25. At the same time, we would be buying the PS5 Pro. So, or do we buy Madden 24 on PS4? I don't know. You guys let me know. These are all things in the comments or in the chat. If you're joining us live in the chat, you can let me know. Let's look. Let's type in PS5 Pro. Now, I'm Googling this. I had been previously seeing all of this stuff on Twitter, but I've never actually thought to Google it. So here, 3 days ago, from comicbook.com, draw play out to Jamal Lewis. And once we get into the second half, we'll kind of get focused on this game a little more as we're getting down to it. PS5 Pro set to release sometime next year, 2024, according to a new report. But is it going to be just as difficult? Now you can actually find a PS5, and I almost bought one. I almost bought a PS5, and I was going to buy the discless version too, the one where you just get all digital stuff, because it is about $100 cheaper. I ended up getting my computer instead, my new computer. So it's a possibility, and I nearly got the PS5, but then I'm like, well, this PS5 Pro is coming out, and you know, Staubach is looking. Oh my goodness, just underhands that one right out of bounds. So PS5 Pro is set to be released sometime next year. It's going to make 8K console gaming possible, which I don't even need. So blah, 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 blah. Is that all this is? Is that the only difference between the PS5 and the PS5 Pro? Staubach sacked. A November 2024 release is the date mentioned. It's going to be the most powerful console on the market by a wide margin. And so that's the thing. Is it going to be expensive? If this PS5 Pro comes out, is the drop price for the PS5 originally going to go way down, and you can buy... Oh, what happened? Ramsey with another interception, but the man Staubach was trying to throw it to just ran away. Did you guys see that? The intended receiver, you can see right there for the Elks of Salt Lake City, is Stephon Diggs. He ran away from the ball. So we've seen 4 interceptions in total thrown in this pivotal game. So I'm going to read one more article from SVG before we focus more on this game. Someone tuning in for football is like, well, this guy's just going on. Just going on. But that's what we do. We talk about anything. It appears Sony had a mid-cycle refresh for the PS5. Getting ready to roll in. Let's see. PlayStation 5 won't be the... This is a long article that hasn't gotten to the point yet. My God. We're already 3 years in the PS5's life cycle. Sony hasn't said a word about the Pro model. November 2024 released. PS5 Pro would mark the end of the road for the PlayStation 5 series. It would hold current gen status until 2028. Oh, Brady. Well, Brady doesn't quite have the speed, so he's got to go, and Thielen incomplete. PS6 would be the next gen console. Much needed upgrades. Key changes for the PS5 Pro. Improved ray tracing. New performance mode dedicated to 8K gaming. And improvements to 4K 60 FPS gaming. Could you actually stream? Then I wouldn't need to buy a computer, which I already bought. I could just stream right from the... Would I be able to stream in 4K? That'd be the question there. Upscaling, taking lead from the Xbox. The Xbox is so ugly. The Xbox Series X is a big rectangle. It's like the ugliest system. The OG Xbox and the Xbox 360 are pretty cool. Xbox One and Xbox Series X just look so janky. Well, both these quarterbacks have been roughed up by this defense here. So anyway, all that to be said, first down there for the Elks. All this to be said, let me know in the comments or in the chat if you are watching along with us. Do you think we should go ahead and buy a PS5 right now? Do you think we should wait? Because the main reason to buy the PS5 would be to play the new Madden. Or do we ride it out? Do we buy Madden 24 on the PS4 and keep going with that, knowing it might be a slightly lesser Madden, but it's still Madden as it is, and we wait and buy the PS5 when the PS5 Pro comes out? That might be kind of what I'm leaning on, is buying Madden 24 on the PS4 and then getting the PS5 Pro next year. The prices might be outrageous, though. That's the thing. If it's the most powerful console ever, the prices are going to be pretty wild. But when that comes out, the price might drop on the PS5. So if there's no real incentive to get the PS5 Pro, maybe I just buy a PS5 for half the price. Those are the questions. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe, thumbs up, like. Touchdown! No! Out of bounds, but Salt Lake City putting quite the drive together right now. And Tom Brady and the Atlanta Dirty Birds are going to be tasked with pulling off a second-half comeback, the likes of which Tom Brady previously had to do when he was opposing Atlanta in a Super Bowl. Jamal Lewis, touchdown.
There we go. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown right there.
Bit of a shocker, I would say, folks. The Dirty Birds looking to win a fourth consecutive game and sneak into the postseason as National South champions. The Salt Lake City Elks, with only 3 wins to their name, a previous upset win over the Sacramento Redwoods, one of their few victories on the year. We should look at their schedule and just see who they managed to beat, but not many wins for them, but they beat Sacramento. They might be knocking off the Dirty Birds here.
All day, baby, all day.
33 seconds on the clock. Brady has not had the smoothest game so far. They give it to Icky Woods. They go ahead and take a timeout. Trying to see if Woods can break one off. They don't even want. This is Tom Brady, and Madden says don't do anything crazy here. We're gonna do something crazy. We got 2 timeouts. We can get into field goal range. 21 points.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, check it.
Play fake. Brady, and he gets whipped down.
Oh, let's go, D. That's what I'm talking about, D. That's what I'm talking about.
Number 42, that's Johnny Robinson. And Atlanta's going to let this one wind out and go to the half, folks. It is 24-7. It's not quite 28-3 like the Super Bowl was, but it's 24-7. And Tom Brady is going to try to do for Atlanta what he did against them in the Super Bowl. If he can pull off the comeback in enemy territory, they will go to the postseason. Look at this. 51 yards of total offense. I didn't even realize it. It's been a beatdown, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, part 2, the second half, the Brady comeback, it comes your way tomorrow, so we do encourage you guys to tune in. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button so you don't miss a second of the action. You come back tomorrow. Hit the follow button on Twitch if you don't want to wait and you want to join us live on Twitch. That's an option as well. Patreon.com/TBSports27 will also get you the content early and ad-free. Tune in second half, guys. Dirty Birds, Elks, a spot in the postseason on the line. Shut it off.